What's going on, Omnibuddies? Mitch here again, and today we are continuing our Spooktober event where we look at scary, spooky, horror, thriller books all throughout the month of October for Spooktober. What are we looking at today? We are looking at Postal, the complete collection. All right, so we're looking at Postal, the complete collection. Obviously there's trade paperbacks, single issues, all of those. This book, sadly, the complete collection is out of print. It's starting to get hard to find. I just looked on eBay and Amazon's crazy prices, it's like 140 bucks. But eBay has some pretty good prices right now. You might score some on Mercari. Look around Facebook Marketplace, ask around, see if anyone's willing to sell it. Some people didn't like it, some people loved it, so you might get lucky on trying to find it. But this is by Matt Hawkins and Joe Hill, so let's get looking at it. All right, here is Postal, the complete collection. Let's see, let's take a quick look at the spine so you can see it. Again, this is by Matt Hawkins and Joe Hill. It's by Image Publishing, Image Comics, whatever you want to say. And it does retail for $59.99. Love that the cover, so it's got that matte finish on the whole thing, I believe. Yeah, it's the whole thing. But it's got that really cool map print lately on the background. Pretty cool. This was on Kickstarter too, and that has a exclusive dust jacket that comes on it, and I think it had a signed book plate. I missed the Kickstarter, sadly, but was able to pick this up afterwards. Really, I think it was for cheaper afterwards too, because Kickstarter wasn't discounted. But anyways, pretty plain end sheets, sadly. Nice glossy, decently thick paper. Yeah. Oh, Bryan Hill. I kept saying Joe Hill. I'm sorry, Bryan. Whoops. Anyways, so we got Hill and Hawkins as the writers. We got lots of other artists and contributors on here. Cool little dedication sheet on here that's very much in the vein of the comic. And here we get things started off. Sorry about the glare, that's weird, but there it is. Really cool art style. Wasn't quite feeling it when it started off, but man, by the end I really loved it, and it was really fitting the tone of the book. You follow the main character, who is a post office worker in a small town of Eden, and he is you find out quite quickly that he's on the autism spectrum, which is a really cool perspective to have in this book. It's a kind of a murder mystery and about a town in a small town called Eden, which is kind of like a place for people to restart. Obviously Eden, very apropos name, and obviously a little bit different. So you figure this out pretty quickly, and because Mark is a mailman, he kind of knows everyone in the city. I mean, it's not a huge city, but he knows everyone and everything, and a lot of stuff that's going on. And he thinks he knows a lot of what's going on, but he quickly discovers there's a little bit more than meets the eye in this town. And his mother, who is the mayor, runs things, and his dad, he is also a co-founder. So his mom and his dad are co-founder, but his dad is missing and very mysterious, and it kind of starts to unravel a little bit. Things unravel, and there's a body found, and there's murder, and then they are trying to figure out, Mark's trying to figure out what is going on, and his mom, is she actually helping? Is she hurting? Is she involved? Is she not? And as you go through the story, it just gets creepier and creepier. We'll kind of get through this a little bit more. Yeah, as you can see by these pages, gets weirder and weirder. Mark starts to doubt. He's a great detective. He sees things. He remembers things that other people don't. He's just very, very astute in what he sees and hears and remembers it and has a great memory, which I guess I'm very jealous of because I have a terrible memory. If you've ever talked to me before, you know I have like worse than a goldfish. I am the epitome of a goldfish and cannot remember things. So I'm a little bit jealous of him. So there's lots of religion, religious undertones. There starts to be ideas of, is this demonic? Is Satanism going on? What's going on? It gets crazy, and he develops a relationship, and things go off the rails, and it is a ride. This is one of those books that I could not put down, but I went through pretty fast, and it was it was a book that didn't feel rushed to the ending. Sorry if you can hear my kid in the background. It was a book that didn't feel rushed to the ending. Felt like it was a very good pace all throughout. I will try not to show too much of the ending here. But let's kind of get to the end over here. So great ending, loved it. Well done. There's a little afterwards kind of thing going on with a FBI dossier. A lot about, the FBI is investigating this town and what's going on. And so they kind of have a bunch of stuff on it that goes into more about the story and the characters in that style of like a FBI file, which is pretty cool. And that's also continuation of it, kind of wrapping things up. Pretty cool. I guess they call it a mail call section, which is, very, he's a post office worker, and yeah, he's awesome. So that's it. It's got some great stuff at the end. Hope you liked it. All right, so that was a quick look at Postal by Joe Hill and Matt Hawkins, and I loved it. It wasn't at all what I expected, but I loved it. I love following a character who's on the spectrum, and from his point of view, it was so cool to see that, just diverse mindsets. And it was just really cool to see that, and then dropped into such a twisted, weird, scary kind of horror story. Was just a really cool twist on the whole thing of what was going on. So if you found that interesting, make sure to go look for it as quick as possible. Sadly, like I said earlier in the video, it's not widely available anymore. It's out of print. Hopefully it comes back in print. We'll see. It's not a limited edition or anything like that. It's just a complete collection. So if anything, pick up the trade paperback, single issues. Like I said earlier, some decent prices on eBay for 50, 60 bucks, but there's only a couple of them on there. But who knows, maybe it'll come back in print, but keep your eye out. Like I said, ask around, do all those things. All right, before we go, I want to remind you to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notification, do all those things so that you can help support this channel. But most importantly, comment. Love talking with you all about what you're reading, what you're doing, what you're collecting, what you're selling, all those things. But it's Spooktober, so what are you reading in Spooktober? Anything taking you by surprise like this book did for me? Let me know in the comments. All right, that's it. Take care. Stay safe.